Yes, sir. If you see that Kong performance box, you know what time it is. The Kong 2650 Supercharger just arrived. So we're gonna get this thing unboxed and take a look at what's inside, guys. Don't touch that dial. Stay tuned because you won't want to miss this one. Do me a favor really quickly, guys. If you haven't already, please consider subscribing to the channel. Tap that notification bell next to the subscribe button. Also, like this video. Comment below. Let me know what you think about the content. And, of course, share this video with a friend, okay? All right, guys, let's get started. All right, guys, so if you remember from some of my previous videos, we are building a 1987 Monte Carlo Super Sport that is nicknamed the ZL1 Monte Carlo. We're doing a supercharged LSA setup in this car. I had originally decided to go with the stock LSA blower, which is I think a 1.9 liter Eaton Supercharger. And I was going to have it shipped off to Kong Performance and have it ported and polished. And then I was also going to have them do a rebuild kit on it and some other things to kind of get more performance out of the Supercharger. And then all of a sudden, guys, I got bit by the bug and decided to go bigger, more power, more horsepower, bigger blower, more displacement. And so, so what we decided to do is we've got a 408 stroker bottom end with all forged internals from Texas Speed. We're doing 4823 LSA heads, ported and polished by Hooper heads, and then we're gonna top that thing off with a Kong Performance 2650 Supercharger, Eaton Supercharger. So the setup that we have, it should theoretically, if all the numbers match up, it should generate at least 1,000 horsepower off the crank. But we're most likely gonna probably do 11 to 1,200 off the crank if we turn up the boost a bit. We're actually going with a smaller pulley as well, so we're gonna try to get a little bit more boost out of it. So we're aiming for 1,000 brake wheel horsepower or rear wheel horsepower, but I'm thinking realistically off the crank we'll probably do 1,000, maybe 1,000 and change, 1,100 or so, right? So at any rate, hopefully as long as we can yield at least 1,000 horsepower, we are close to our horsepower goals. So anyways, like I said, if you've been following the channel, you know, I posted in my last update that we decided to go a different route with our supercharger. And as I pointed out, we had a 1.9 liter Eaton Supercharger, which is the stock supercharger that you see on the LSA, on the ZL1 Monte Carlos and the CTSVs. So we decided to scrap that. We sold that to a guy in Louisiana. Shout out to you. You know who you are. Appreciate you helping us out. Sold that to him along with a brand new lid and a CTSV lid. So he got a great deal, along with the fuel rails, the fuel injectors, everything. He got a complete supercharger set up, ready to go, packaged and at his doorstep. So anyways, so we got rid of that one. Now we're jumping up to the 2650 or the 2.6 liter supercharger. And yeah, I'm excited, guys. So I'm gonna get this thing opened up. I'm gonna show you guys what it looks like on the inside, show you how it's packaged. If you have questions, drop those in the comments. If you have suggestions, drop those in the comments and let me know what you think about it. You know, if you think it's worth the money, I want to hear about that as well. If you think I should have gone a different route, let me know what you think, okay? I'm open to all suggestions and feedback. So without further ado, guys, I'm gonna go ahead and get started, get this thing opened up so we can see what's inside, okay? So first, let me just say, man, kudos to Kong on their packaging, man. This thing is packaged really well, nice and secure. I like how they have their own custom logoed packing tape. So that's always a nice touch, you know, especially from a visual aesthetics perspective. So definitely cool to see that. I think I'm gonna flip this thing over because I think it may be upside down. So I'm gonna flip it over and crack this thing open. Oh, guys, I got the ZL1 Impala out today. She's I'm about to wash it. We're about to head out for a car meet here in a little while, so I just rinsed it off, but I need to go back over it with a bucket of water and soap and clean it. So, but she's my vehicle of choice today. We'll be riding her. Shout out Ink Houston. Shout out Ink Nation. Rest in peace, Carlos Cordova, our fallen member who recently passed away. But yeah, guys, that's the old 96 Impala, ZL1 Impala. Man, shout out to Conch Performance, man, on unpacking this product. They really went all out with making sure this thing was secure. What I noticed is that not only was it taped very well and just completely locked in place and secured, but they also they used like those big large staples to also staple the box together. So it's stapled and taped, so it's like added protection. So shout out to them, man. That's really important. I mean, this was not the cheapest purchase, so I mean, you want to make sure that something that's as expensive as this thing is packaged well and it travels safely. But you can see here, you see these staples here. They got, so it's got the tape here, and then it's also got the staples holding it together as well. And I tell you what, man, it's a bit of a challenge to get this thing open, man. But I'm glad that they packed it that way, because I mean, like I say, this thing is heavy for one. This got to be at least a 60 to 70 pound box. Well, I take it back. It says here 45 pounds, but that can't be right. There's no way this is 45 pounds. This is way more than 45 pounds. But anyway, but yeah, so I'm gonna finish getting the rest of this thing open. Oh, look, there it is. Came on open. Yeah, so you can see that. Get those staples there. That's good, man. It's added protection. Added protection. So first off, one thing I noticed, and just kind of in comparison to some of the other videos that I've shot of unboxing, this is something to take note of, especially if you're a shipper or just a merchant or a vendor who's shipping items. You see how nice and neat this is packed. And these shipping pieces here, these foam shipping pieces, they don't allow any movement at all inside this box. This is packed very tight so that there's very minimal movement. This is how you should pack something like this. On one of my last videos, when I was doing an unboxing of it was my lid. It was the LSA lid, the reinforced brick LSA lid from DSX Tuning. I did an unboxing, and their packing was not the greatest, and the lid had lots of movement around inside the box. There was the part of the packaging came open. I lost a couple of bolts, but they made it right though. I called them up. They apologized for the inconvenience, sent me new bolts, and also threw in some extra stuff as well for free. So here we are. Look at that, Conch 2650. Yes, sir. Oh my goodness, this thing is beautiful. Look at that. Conch Performance. Let's see here. Conch Performance. Thank you for purchasing the Conch 2650. Below are the steps that must be followed, all caps, for proper operation. Failure to follow the instructions below could lead to voided supercharger warranty and/or damage to the supercharger or engine. Okay, so you got a list of stuff here you need to do. Checklist. So make sure we check those off and make sure we do that when we install this puppy. I don't know, what is this? Probably like a build sheet, inspection sheet or something. Let's see here. 1500 kp. Conch Performance LSA 2650. Assembly manifold GM LSA Conch Performance. Installation. Let's see what it is. Kitting. Installation with installation HW manifold GM LSA LS9 Conch Performance. It kind of has a list here. Includes the following items: gasket, intake, bolt, M8, button, socket, cap screw, bolt, cap, and then, okay, instruction sheet. That's cool. So they give you just a checklist of everything that you have included in the box and the quantity. So that's cool. So here she is, guys, the Kong 2650 in all her glory. Isn't she beautiful? And they even got a stamp right here inside. It says Kong 2650. I like that. I mean, you'll never see that. No one will ever see that because the lid will be on this thing. But it's still cool. It's a nice piece. So yeah, then there's all the extra parts and stuff. I forgot what these parts are called. I apologize. I'm not a supercharger aficionado, but I forgot what it's called. I've seen the part. They sell it online, but it's some type of plunger, some type of like a vacuum line plunger or something like that. But anyways, then we got hardware. We got hardware and the gaskets. Definitely important. This looks like another. Oh, this is a gasket for the throttle body. So this blower here has a 102 millimeter throttle body. So we'll have to upgrade our throttle body because I think what we had was like a stock throttle body before, which I think was a 92 millimeter if I'm not mistaken. So yeah, so this is a 102 throttle body. And there's your hardware, and then it should be a pulley in here too. Yeah, there it is. So here is pulley. Yes, and I like how they put this plastic over the top of the blower to keep, you know, debris and trash and whatnot from falling inside. That's a nice touch as well. You know, you want to make sure that your investment is well protected, and they've done just that. So this baby is ready to go. And the super cool thing about this blower here is that although it is a totally different blower and it's a much larger displacement, more output, more horsepower capable, it's really like a plug and play. So if you have a ZL1 Camaro or a CTSV Cadillac, and you want to just make more power, you could just literally, this is a plug and play application. You take your old supercharger out, pop this baby right in. It fits just like your original factory OEM blower as well. A few modifications. I think you have to change the pulley. Maybe you might have to go with a different belt, but anyways, like I said, this thing is pretty much a plug and play. So in our situation, obviously we're doing an LS swap in a vehicle that wasn't, you know, already LS equipped. So it really doesn't matter either way. However, this setup here allows us to keep the same setup in terms of like our front accessories and brackets and whatnot. It allows us to keep the same setup that we already have without having to make any changes or going out and purchasing adapters and other kits and whatnot to make this thing fit. So it's already set up and ready to go for our current setup. But like I said earlier, guys, I mean, you see this packing in here. This is how you package a high-end expensive part. You want to make sure this thing is nice and secure. You know, take the extra care to ensure that it is, you know, properly stable and not going to move around. So, yep. So there you have it, guys. Kong 2650, the beast. So here's the pulley. It's an 8-rib pulley. This is a Grip Tech product. It's a 2.625 inch pulley, which is a little bit smaller than I think the stock. I want to say the stock pulley on our setup was a 3-inch pulley. So it's a little bit smaller pulley, which means it's gonna increase the internal revolutions of the rotors inside, which of course then will create more boost, which in turn will create more power, right? So that's the idea. You get those rotors spinning much faster than they would with a larger pulley, and they will create more boost. So hopefully that's the right recipe for what we need to get the power we want without necessarily harming the engine or damaging anything, but still kind of creating the power that we want without just overpowering or straining our setup. So okay, so here's our Grip Tech Kong Performance Supercharger pulley, eight rib system here. It's got the Kong Performance logo on it and the Grip Tech Performance logo, and it's TVS 2.625. So this is a bad mamma jamma right here, man. So warning: blue Loctite, torque to 6 to 7 foot-pounds. Okay, faces away from the supercharger and bolts are present. They are hand tight. Okay, yeah. So anyways, made in America, guys. Got that. Okay, so we'll put that away and put this away. So guys, there you go, man. One more look at this guy. I would take it out of here, man, but honestly, I don't want to move it. I want to leave it in there just like it is. So the next person that opens this box or touches this thing, they're gonna pull it out and install it. That'll be the shop, Texas Powerhouse. They'll be the ones that'll open it up and pull it out of the box. I'm gonna leave it in there and let them do their thing. All right, guys. So there you have it. That is the Kong 2650 Supercharger. Overall, I gotta say I'm happy with my purchase. The product came delivered just as they promised. Everything was included. That was on my order inventory, and it looks like everything in here is in good shape. The packaging was very good, so definitely happy with that. Yeah, so no regrets, guys. All, thumbs up, 2 thumbs up, really. So next thing is just get this thing in the car and get it bolted in and see what kind of power this thing makes. Hope you enjoyed this video, guys. Wanted to just show you what it looks like. We will eventually get into more in-depth videos once we get this thing installed. We'll talk about tuning it and just getting everything set up to get the power that we want out of it, guys. So stay tuned to the channel for more in-depth videos where we'll walk through some more technical stuff. In our next update, we'll be talking about fuel injectors, our E85 setup, and we'll also talk about our heat exchanger for this setup here. I am not an expert in this stuff. I am a novice and I'm a beginner, so I'm still learning it as I go along as well. So once I get a little information, I do a little bit of research, I share it with you guys. I learn things, I share it with you guys. So by no means am I a pro or expert at this stuff. I just want to be totally clear on that. But I do know what our goals are, and I do know that there is a certain recipe in order to get to those goals, and we are putting those ingredients in place, if you will, to get ourselves prepared and set up for success. So definitely, like I said, keep it locked here and subscribe if you're new to the channel. Tap that notification bell so that you are in the loop and get updates on all the latest videos that I upload. Like the video, comment, and share the video with a friend. Okay? And as always, guys, thank you for your support. You guys take care, be safe, and I'll see you guys soon, okay?